infrastructure is here with the large substation and the pylons are here, and that's what drew them to the city.
Well, a lot of us didn't even know anything about it until contracts were already signed.
Solar panels, solar people came in and talked to landowners way before they came talk to us. Way before they came talk to us.
And I think you got a lot of sorry guys who sold at least.
That's the landowners.
They got hooked. They really got screwed.
That's the landowners. That's, you know.
That's their problem.
That's their problem.
That's their problem.
You know, and also, along with this commission, you know, the tax abatements they were talking about, we want to put some of those tax abatements in to help protect you guys. Without zoning, those solar people could come right up next to your land, we can do nothing about it, you can do nothing about it.
Have you done it real quick?
But they have setbacks.
No, but not about 180 feet, they can't put it up to 180 feet.
It's got, they have setbacks.
The state is
Before
what
they
they
could
wanted
put
us to
it
follow,
right to
the
the
state statute is what they wanted us to follow, and that's getting people.
This board said, and the commissioners and council said 150.
My name's Larry Hunt, I'm probably the largest landowner in the trade post area. Can we opt out of that? We have no solar panels, I'd like to opt out of the economic development area.
All that.
Yeah, I wanna opt out.
Well, I'll tell you what, for the safety and the concern and the quickness of this meeting, if you guys would all put a letter together, Bobby, if you can get it to us, if you don't want your property in it, we will consider taking it out. So,
Would you make a motion to that right now that you'll consider?
I'll make a motion. I'll second that.
Okay,
all in favor?
thank you,
Wait a
gentlemen.
minute, what was the motion?
The motion was to consider.
You're gonna consider us opting out?
Yeah, consider taking them out. We don't know what that's gonna take, but,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll consider it, look at it.
Okay, thank you.
Now, let me take that note before we get too far.
We talked about personal impacts today, and a lot of people are coming to live in this allocation area. Are there any representatives of county government that have parcels that are in these allocation areas?
Not to my knowledge. Rich, do you know anything about that?
All right.
I don't know anybody, I don't know where Matt Chickenhouse lives up that way, where's Matt, he's still here? Matt's not in, that's the only people that I can think of that would be up that way.
Before we go, there's one other question, we talked about, concerned about identifying the property as a blighted or undeveloped, unsavory resource. You explained that it was a fiction, if you will, and I'm not, those were not your words. You put them in your words, in order to create the district that would benefit the district. But another question arose about the but-for, like these projects that will generate this captured tax wouldn't happen but for the actions under 3614-7. Is that also a fiction? And if so, can you explain it in brief?
No, because of the financial position of the county, it is believed, generally speaking, that unless they can capture this money to make improvements within the economic development area, there won't be further development within the economic development area. So, but for capturing this money and doing improvements, there won't be economic development. And that includes capturing this money to improve the schools, capturing this money to improve police and fire protection, because people don't want to live where there aren't good schools, and people don't want to live and work where there isn't good fire protection, and people don't want to live and work where there isn't police protection. So without that, if you can't get people who want to live and work there, you can't get people to build facilities there where they can. bad schools, and you've got, I don't know whether they're bad or not, but if you could have better schools, and if you could have better police and fire protection, you're gonna be better able to attract people to your community, which means that you're gonna be better, community at large, you're gonna be better able to attract business and industry to the community at large. I'm not saying they have to locate in this area. They might locate, I mean, they're gonna locate wherever they can find a willing property. But you're never gonna get people if you don't have good schools, good police and fire, and all of that sort of thing. And if you've got nice areas that have good roads, if we go in and fix up a bunch of roads, if we, one of the things that the county checks all the time, out, used to be IEDC, I don't know what it is now, because they got in trouble. They used to put out requests for proposals to counties all over the state. They would get developers who would come to them and say, hey, we need, somewhere where we can put a business, we need 1 million square feet under roof and 100,000 gallons of water a day and 20,000 gallons of sewer a day. And that's one of the things DN does all the time, is go through those. You gotta have nice places. You can't get people to locate to an area where they can't find an area that has good roads, and has good schools, and has good police. And if you can't get people to locate there, you can't get businesses. And the business might not be located in this area, but they might have people who want to live in it. And if you make that area nice, with nice streets, nice roads, nice bridges, you can attract business and which benefits the entire county. And a spin-off, let's say they go in and turn this township into whatever you'd like out of Carmel. I don't like a whole lot out of Carmel, but evidently people do. So suppose they go in and pave the streets with gold and put up all new street signs and make it beautiful. People are gonna wanna live there. That's gonna improve the economic development for the entire county. And that money would be spent in this area.
I don't understand why is it important that you have this redevelopment for this area? Because the solar people came in without the two power plants that were supposed to be coming in. And then Maple Creek, something about they're holding something on the data center or something. Those are before you guys were in existence, before that river's in existence. They're coming anyway.
Those are the only fish in the sea. So those are the only fish in the sea. We ought to just be happy with what we've got on the hook now and forget about any further development, any more employment, any more better wages. We ought to forget about that and not try to do better.
I just told you there's only development for Fairbanks Township.
What about the county? Everybody's employed?
I'm concerned about Fairbanks and Prairie Township.
Well, I think this commission is concerned about the entire county.
Guys, you're missing a lot. My farm, our farm, I say our farm, my kids and me, we're supporting 5 families. And sometimes as much as 3 part-time people. We're not development. Come on.
We already.
Get off of it. We got a lot going on up there. And solar panels aren't gonna employ that many people. And now Maple Creek might. I don't know, be a lot of construction.
No.
Go after them. Leave me alone.
And that's.
We're not doing anything to you.
Yes, you are. You're putting in an economic development district.
Which has absolutely no impact on you.
Oh, yes, it could. Yes, it could. My daughter just read a bunch of stuff to you a while ago. Don't you comprehend?
And you're forcing us to call lawyers and fight, so how do we go?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to call lawyers and fight.
Well, I do.
His principle is to encourage
nobody's gonna make you sell that.
But if there's a solar farm surrounding me, how enjoyable is that? What kind of rights do I have in it?
You have the right to do with your property whatever you want, just like the guy who sold the property, sold to the solar business.
So I got a question, bringing this kind of back to what you guys actually can do and can't do. You talking about, this TIF money could go to the fire departments, correct? Well, you know, we've got a small volunteer fire department in Fairbanks. How can we make sure that that money goes to the Fairbanks, fire department? Because that is my first line of defense. I've already seen one fire across the road from my house in the solar panels. I called up my friends that are volunteer fire department, and they couldn't get in the fence. So, if that wind was blowing the other way towards my house, would I be here talking to you today? How do we make that money go to the fire department that is going to fight those fires? How do we get them trained properly to fight those fires? And get them, hey, guess what, access to fight those fires?
I think the easiest way to do that is to write to the commission and tell them, I mean,
Well, can
write
we
to the
put,
commission and tell them this problem and what you think, find out what the department needs, what they would want, and then they've got something to address.
How would the departments know what they need
yeah,
if they've not been
this is
trained
not,
in
Well,
this
that's-
aspect?
That could be
Something
on
they've
the
never
list
dealt
of
with.
needs, we need training.
One thing that we do when the solar people come
Mm-hmm.
is we ask them, and Jackie, that's one of her first questions is, can you bring somebody in to train our fire department to do that?
And I
our
know-
our solar people say yes.
But we have a
we
completed
heard the
solar.
same thing 2 years ago. And then I know for a fact they've not been trained, in my firefighters here, Brad, have you guys been trained to lick? Do you know anything?
Well, that's what we need to.
Can you
find out.
get in the
So-
gates?
We've been promised by the government that they will supply us the proper equipment and train us. In order for us to even begin to advance, we gotta have electric gloves that are certified, proper boots. We took that fence, we could get electrocuted. There's a certain procedure, and follow whether I know, to even gain access.
Well,
No water, we would need a 6x6 or a 4x4 with dry chemical supply. We're looking at close to $250,000. That our township wouldn't have that money allocated for truck. Our station is small, we would need a brand new station. Our equipment that we have now is outdated. We're 10 years behind time.
the immediate,
Our trustees are fighting battles, getting funding.
the immediate answer is, you need to get with the solar companies that are in your area and talk to them about that, because I know they may.
Have you had any conversations with them boys?
Yeah.
They'll tell you everything you wanna hear.
Well,
Mitch, did you have a question?
Yeah, I got a question. Say you go ahead and do this, and we get the $4.8 million when it comes. Who determines how that money is spent and what it is spent on? Because these people are worried about what that money is going to, where it's gonna go. So who's gonna have to say
Well,
how
I already addressed that, Mitch, with the fact that this board would try to pick plans that they would work with, but the council and the commissioners have the final say.
Okay, I think that there will also be concern about those two townships, because there's no representation from their townships on that board. I would think that would be someone else.
Well, we used to have one on the board, and then she stepped down for personal business reasons, and then she wasn't put back on whenever there was
was an opening, the council didn't choose to.
Yeah, I do think commission and council are going to say yes, but you would think that they would want to have some say in terms of representation once there are numbers that represent that commission and council. But everybody voting on this commission has to be input in
They're certainly welcome to attend the meetings, they meet publicly once a month.
And Jen is still an advisory board member. She just wasn't put back on as a voting member whenever the opening came up. I'm gonna make a motion to close this hearing for other business between two tonight. Larry, you guys, anybody that wants to be removed from the project, you guys put a letter together, address this board.
We will do that, thank you.
It would be helpful if they had parcel numbers to go by.
We'll do that.
We can do that.
You guys all like to make a motion.
I've already made a motion. All my motions.
Thank you, Ray. You know, I make a motion to look into this verbiage on eminent domain, clarify it 100% before proceeding.
And I don't see a reason really why you can't put something into our wording that says Sullivan County redevelopment above and beyond.
Yeah, I don't think it was any of our
What state
intents
statute
for
says?
any type of eminent domain.
I know, but
So if we can make that clear in this verbiage,
I'll say it twice.
I think that's all we wanted.
yeah.
I'll second Jamie's motion. All in favor? I vote. I make a motion to close this hearing.
I'll second it.
That motion was to rewrite the resolution, correct?
We're, to look at it.
Page 1A is where it says that you have the ability.
The wording of eminent
Yes,
domain.
in the resolution, page 1A.
Favor close the public hearing?
Do we close or postpone? Do we close or postpone?